Today, the new injectors are going to be delivered.
Yeah.
She sounds a little angry that this thing will never stop dripping.
What the heck is that?
Well, good morning. Hadn't updated you on what's been going on the last couple days, so I went ahead and ordered 4 new injectors. We're gonna have 8 brand new injectors. Lord willing, we will have a truck that does not knock and that we feel confident in, because we do have an Airstream rally that we're going to, and I'd like to get some miles towing before we do that, you know, feel confident. On the house front, we're making progress. I'm a pretty hard project manager. I hate wasted days. I like to make fast progress. I like to schedule things out. I like to make sure that everything is in order so we're not waiting on things. Already been a little bit of that delay kind of stuff, but I'm trying to chill, you know, trust the process, and it's going well. They tore the entire front of the house off yesterday because we're going to be pulling that wall forward to enlarge a couple of the rooms. The lumber was delivered. We're going to be starting to vault the ceiling. Remember, we're trying to do a lot of work here on a pretty limited budget, so we're trying to get creative and save enough money to do some nice finishes in the end. Off to help my mom. Blakely stayed back at the camper to work. I think she wanted to come only because she wanted to drive the 4Runner. Hope you're having a good day. Check in with you later. All right, all the stuff with my mom went well. Headed back to the house right now. Got a text from Blakely that they finished demolishing the rest of our porch. I got a notification from the company that I ordered the injectors from that they've been shipped. They'll arrive tomorrow. Hopefully we get those suckers slapped in, we get them all programmed up, and we get to put another 100,000 miles on this truck. Blakely and I were talking yesterday about we would be satisfied if we could drive this thing for like 3 more years. We're not towing full time anymore, and if we can get 3 years out of this truck without more significant repairs, I'm talking about things that have 3 zeros on the end, then we'll be very happy. But I'm gonna go home, get some lunch, meet with the plumber here in a little bit, and also the electrician is coming this weekend to install the 50 amp circuit for the garage, and also chase down some of the electrical gremlins that came up on the home inspection report. All right, little update for you on Friday at 2:30. Really good day of progress on the house. The framer has basically framed up the new front wall of the house. They're putting the sheathing on that right now. Right now, somebody's outside. You'll probably hear the noise. They are cutting the concrete where this weekend we're gonna run a conduit underground from the house to the garage so we can get our 50 amp plug installed. I've been working on my computer all day, trying to get a video done and get all my client programming done for the week. Blakely got a workout in the garage before they started cutting the concrete and creating a bunch of dust. She's making a run to the grocery store right now. Today, the new injectors are going to be delivered. I don't think the mechanic's going to have time to get to it until probably the middle of next week, but I'm excited to get those suckers in so I can start driving my truck again. Editing these videos about the trouble we're having with the truck is just like making me want to drive my truck. I love the sound of that truck. It's a great truck. So anyway, that's what's going on. All right, we got our sweet little cut across here to run the conduit in tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. Buttons, Lacey, you excited about that?
I would use the glossy side for it, I think. It doesn't say I read it, yeah.
Already got mud on it. Good bend on that one.
Can't believe it, girls. Button really works. It's just working. That's the final countdown. First one for that. Give it a little bang.
Let's start a little bit closer so I'm not touching the mark.
She's in.
I'm impressed. We're pretty impressive.
Woo! All over.
I'm out the garage finishing up coaching my clients for the day, and I just texted the electrician to see what time he's going to be here tomorrow. He's driving in from Houston, and he said he's going to leave Houston at about 5 o'clock in the morning. That would put him here at about 8 or 8:30. Looking forward to having him here, and haven't seen him in a long time. We've been friends since we used to work together when I was in construction, and should be a good time. All right, good morning. It's Saturday. Just finished a nice. To be fair, she was already making noise before I started recording. Usually it's the other way around, but yeah, Saturday, just finished a great biscuit Saturday breakfast. Just got on a call from the electrician that he's about 30 minutes away. He asked me to take some measurements for the conduit that's going to be running the power out to the garage. Blakely's getting ready. She's going to leave me for the day, go visit her family over in Houston, see our niece and nephew, and Monday is her mom's birthday, which is also our anniversary. So she's going to go see a little early birthday action. So yeah, go take those measurements for the electrician, and then hopefully we get started soon.
Love you girls. I'll be right back in 5 minutes. Okay, I love you.
Then you can shine your lights inside the
The big one? Yeah, I hear it. There it is. Okay. Our new 50 amp plug, our new sub panel. It's gonna have the breakers at. Man, I'm good. Except for I chipped the wood a little bit.
How can we fix it?
I'll call the painter. Oh wait, that was my wife who painted this. So I need to take this apart, right? Take the front off of this. I guess you want to do the knockouts first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a knockout and see what's gonna be
Okay.
easier.
Is that what you expected?
Yes, it's good.
All right, checking in at 1 o'clock. Been a good day of progress so far on the electric. We got the big heavy aluminum wire run all the way from the panel up into the attic of the garage. And I cut out the hole for the sub panel. Haven't been talking to the camera much because that would be awkward with the electrician here, but I think you get that point. I got to run to Ace Hardware, pick up some supplies that we need while the electrician takes lunch. I'm going to drive the Super Duty because Blakely's in Houston, and say a prayer that the knocking doesn't get too bad or I don't blow something up. Also a good opportunity for Buttons and Lacey to have their lunch. She sounds a little angry. I'm hungry. Let's get a burger. Let me know if you need help.
Okay.
I'll be right here. All right, what are we doing?
So I'm gonna pull this wire.
Yep. All right, we're through. All right, checking in at 4:30. Electrician just went over to check into the hotel. I don't know if I mentioned this, but his wife came also. She's been hanging out working from his truck all day. I feel kind of bad, but we did get them a hotel to stay in close by. So he's going to get her checked in and then get back. I think the goal for the day is going to be finishing up the 50 amp circuit. He's got the sub panel installed. That thing's ready to rock. We just need to install the plug on the outside of the wall. I've got all the holes cut for the places that we're adding outlets up here. I'm excited to show you what kind of lighting we're going to do up here. While he's gone, I'm going to kind of do a little cleanup in here. It is completely destroyed in here. I'm actually glad that Blakely's not here because she worked so hard to set this place up and get it clean, and it just looks like a train wreck in here right now. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. All right, see you in a little bit.
Got it. That's it.
Shower's gonna feel good tonight.
With no hot water in?
In the camper?
Yeah.
Well, we got hot water here.
Oh yeah. That one's only 110?
Yeah. It's propane. Yeah.
Propane.
Those air conditioners on the roof, they're also heat pumps, and it's got a propane furnace too.
Okay.
Buttons and Lacey have been troopers today while we've been working. Been all cooped up, but trying to get them some energy out with a little ball. Good girl. Nice. Here's our new wire running out to the garage. The ceiling's going to be vaulted, so they're stapling it up to the rafter there and all the way back to the panel. There it is. I need to pick up a rubber grommet for this where it passes through. They didn't have any at the hardware store.
Can you hit the 50 amp?
Yeah. There's a little green light right where it plugs in that will come on if it has power. Yep. Yeah. And it takes a second to boot up. The moment of truth. All right, I'm gonna turn on the main in here. Microwave came on.
Gonna turn on both ACs and...
Yeah, why not? What am I gonna have to set them on to get them to come on, right? Let's see. All right, just fired up both ACs. Let's see what happens. Sounds like they both kicked on. All right, I'm drawing 13 amps on leg 1, 12 amps on leg 2. I can do that on the 20 amp circuit.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. All right, friends, it's about 7:30 and electrician just took off and I'm plugged in to our brand new 50 amp circuit here at the house. Super excited about that. We've also accomplished a lot of the extra wiring that we wanted to do in the garage. He's gonna go take his wife out on the town tonight, and then we're gonna get together early tomorrow morning and walk the main house, talk about all the changes that we're doing so that when he comes back to do the rough in, he already kind of has an idea of what materials he needs to bring and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm disgusting. I need to shower. I'm hungry. I have some work to do. So I'm going to call it a night and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning. Man, I was beat last night. Watching the electrician do all that manual labor really wore me out. But seriously, I did almost get 13,000 steps just walking around doing stuff yesterday. He's coming back over this morning. I think Blakely's going to head back sometime, probably late morning. She's going to stop at O'Reilly in Houston and pick up a new fuel filter set and a drain pan for me because I want to take the fuel filters out of the Ford today and cut them open and see if we have any metal fragments in there before we replace the other 4 injectors. Just want to make sure we're not having a failing fuel pump that's grinding up metal and shooting it into the fuel system and ruining these injectors. Buttons and Lacey are holding down the fort without Blakely here. I know they're missing her, as am I. So we'll check in with you in a little bit. Oh, also it was 50 degrees when I woke up in here this morning. Didn't even think to turn the furnace or anything like that on last night, and it was frosty. So we woke up at like 6 and fired up the heat. You cold, Buttons? You doing all right? You miss Blakely? Me too. Me too, Buttons. All right, well, the electrician just left and kind of went over what the plan is for the inside. Probably gonna be about a month till I see him again. Now I've got to put this gym back together. It is filthy and stuff is everywhere. Blakely's on the road back to here. Be right back. All right, I think I mainly got the gym put back together. I referenced a picture that Blakely took. Got to figure out some kind of power solution to power the treadmill. That red extension cord isn't going to cut it. We're going to probably put a refrigerator over there in the corner and then figure out some sort of storage stuff over here because that looks super junky. Yeah, also our little storage closet back here is, we can close the door now that the power cord isn't going through there. This is pretty legit, tools and whatnot. So it's coming together. Thank you girls for your help. It was instrumental. All right, Blakely should be back here in about an hour and I can start working on the fuel filter situation. Another thing I want to check for is to make sure I don't have diesel in the oil. Apparently, if the rings are worn out, diesel will get past them and it'll contaminate the oil supply. And I just want to pull the dipstick out, look at the oil, see if it smells like diesel, see if it looks light colored like diesel, put some on a paper towel and see if the oil separates, meaning there's something other than oil in there. So let's go check that out. So if you don't know, we had this disaster prevention kit installed at the same time we fixed all the oil leaks. So supposedly if the fuel filter were to take a dump and spit metal everywhere, this would catch the metal instead of sending it everywhere throughout the fuel system. This is the oil, this is one of the fuel filters back here and the other one is underneath. That's what one of the ones I'm going to change later today. It looks like part of this disaster prevention kit put some bypasses around this, so it looks different than last time I played with it. I always just have in the back of my mind that when they did all this work that they messed something up in the fuel system and that's what's causing all my woes. But I don't have any way to know or prove anything, you know? Let's look at the oil. Oh good, there's some crap on the dipstick. What is that? That's not supposed to be there. Got a picture of that. Got it on my nose, great. It's very light colored, I will say that. Unfortunately, oil and diesel kind of smell the same, you know? It looks kind of green, like diesel. I don't like the looks of this oil. I'm gonna send a picture to the mechanic.
What is that, girls? Where was she? Oh my gosh, how did I dolly down?
All right, well, Blakely is back. The little catch pan for the diesel and a new fuel filter set for Motorcraft. It's a shame to waste the $100 on this since I just changed it a couple months ago, but I think it's worth checking to make sure we don't have a bunch of metal in here before we go changing any more injectors. If you've never changed your fuel filters, it's not very hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time and you definitely get a little messy in the process no matter how careful you are. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of fuel caught in this jar that Blakely grabbed from her parents' house so I can look for any glitter in there. Unfortunately, there's really only one clear spot in this jar. I didn't realize when I asked her to grab it that it was textured, but you know, we've been living in our camper for a year and I don't have any mason jars handy, so I'm gonna give this thing a go. I'll get this little skid plate out of the way first. I see you, Buttons. I'll try to catch a little bit of fuel in here. Bring me around here. All right. Let's see what we get. Lefty loosey. I saw a good tip online that this thing will never stop dripping unless you give the fuel filter housing a turn to break the vacuum on it. You will drain your whole gas tank. And I've definitely experienced that situation before, so I think that's enough diesel in there for now to look at. Now let's get this thing broken loose. It's interesting how much it's still flowing even though I tightened this. Why is that still running? Oh, there we go. It could have gone more. But, all right. This uses a 32 millimeter socket for those of you playing along at home. This thing is definitely trying to splash on me. Oh, I did a bad job placing this pan. It's going to be this. Still sloped down a little too far. Lefty-loosey, right? Probably enough. Now I can really open this up. Go through. Splashing on me. You go through a lot of gloves in this project, I'll tell you that. Let's grab this diesel out and go check it out while that drains a little bit. All right, here's my fuel. It actually looks perfectly clean. Don't see any metal shavings in there. Let me hold it up to the light. I do see one little thing in there, but I don't know if I would classify it as a metal shaving. Maybe, I don't know. I see something in there. We'll see when I get the filter off. So what I've learned is this thing just basically never stops dripping, and you just have to at some point close off this valve and just remove the housing and hope for the best. I don't see any new oil leaks up there. That's good. It'll just drip and drip forever. So let's just go for it. Close that. Try not to spill it completely on yourself. Tilt it away from you and just be ready. There we go. Oh shoot, I wanted to save some of that fuel so I could look for metal. Let's get this out of here. All right, we're on to pair of gloves number 3. And I am very suspicious of something I'm already seeing in here. I need to set this fuel filter aside so I can give it a good inspection. Cut it open and look. What the heck is that? Oh, that's like just that's the other side of the electrical connector. Good Lord. I thought there was a giant piece of metal in here. Unfortunately, I am seeing some metal shavings in here. Let me see if it'll show up on camera. I see some metal in the bottom there for sure. I know you can't see that on camera. Maybe you can. But there are definitely like little pieces of rust and glitter in there. Not good. All right, I think what I'm going to try to do now is put that fuel that's in the little canister there into the jar and get a good look at it. Definitely some crap in there. All right, I just texted that picture to the guy who was going to change the injectors, but I don't think we're going to be doing that unless we want to clog up brand new injectors with metal shavings. Oh boy. All right, so I just cut this under cab filter apart and it actually looks clean. I don't see any metal shavings in the filter, so I don't really know what to think about that. Gonna have to defer to somebody who knows more than me. I pulled the filter out that goes underneath the hood. This one's gonna be a lot more complicated to get open. I need to go get a hacksaw or something. Be right back. I don't know how you're supposed to get this thing open. This is probably not it. All right, I just consulted good old YouTube, and basically this guy opened that fuel filter housing with a sledgehammer. So I'm gonna go give it a shot. I'm not gonna be able to bring the camera over there, so be right back. All right, that actually worked pretty good. Now I need to cut this filter off of the base and inspect it. Just getting diesel all over all my tools today. Being very careful not to cut myself. Cut away from the body. Definitely no metal on here. That's good. So only metal in the bottom of the housing. All right, just got the new fuel filters reinstalled and not really sure what to do right now. Gonna talk to the mechanic and do some research online. Come give me your opinion on this. I'm looking at this in the light. Does it look like it has glitter in it?
Glitter, yeah. Especially if you look, don't look at that side with the tape residue.
We hit a snafu. I thought when I bought these that it said it had a regular 110 plug on it, but They're direct wire. And we made the electrician put a plug up here with 2 outlets so we could plug in 2 of these things. So I don't know. The good news is I don't think the fuel pump is dying. Good girl, bud. You want your breakfast? Get your wind chimes.
They're not wind chimes.
All right, it's Tuesday morning, a little after, well, almost 10 o'clock. We've just been working in the camper so far this morning. We're headed to Lowe's in a nearby city right now because if you remember last week, we got the windows delivered. And when they went to install them, I had ordered the wrong little kit where you join 2 windows together because we are widening the windows in the front of the house. So we're gonna go exchange those, get what they need so they can keep making progress on that. I'll make a little video clip later, but we're getting close to vaulting of the ceiling in the main area, so that's exciting.
And we hung our TV for like, because it's gonna be months. I mean, I don't even, maybe a year till we live in this house. The rate this is going. But we grabbed our TV from storage yesterday, like our living room TV, and we mounted it in the garage with TV.
We got TV, Apple TV, and a sound bar.
And a sound bar, and so it'll be great for like music while we're working out.
It kind of makes me think about,
it's gonna be cool.
How can we close in that side of the garage so it's still open but can be quiet when we want it to, so we can record the podcast
Yeah, because I think it's going to be really cool and looking in there.
Okay, after we go to Lowe's, we got to stop by and get dog food in this same city because they don't carry the dog food that we like to buy where we live. Then we got to go record some official documents with the county in which we bought the house, and then I got to get a haircut. And are you going to go to a coffee shop and work while I get a haircut? Or?
Yeah, because I'll just be like 20 minutes or whatever. Your haircut's usually quick.
Yeah. All right, so that's that. We'll check in with you in a little bit. Oh yeah, I feel like I lost 5 pounds. All right, I guess I will go ahead and run over to the county office and file the paperwork so Blakely can keep working at the coffee shop for a little bit. And gotta get all this hair out of my ears. I'm feeling like I'm covered. All right, I was able to get one of the 2 documents filed with the county that I was supposed to. They wouldn't take the other one because it didn't have a notary on it, but the attorney didn't draw it up to have a notary on it. So I don't know, this attorney's been kind of a nightmare, to be honest with you. I sent him an email to ask him if I'm missing something or if there's some other document I was supposed to file instead. I'm not too worried about it though, because I did what I was told to do. All right, I'm gonna check in with Blakely, see if she's ready to be picked up, head back to the camper and have some lunch and get to work. See you in a little bit. You got my shoe? What are you doing with my shoe? Not good.
Nothing but cake and no workouts.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm putting together light number 2, and Jonathan is installing this light. Show them the light. Oh, you don't have it.
I don't have the globe.
Actually, we were looking for lights because this is a motion sensor timer. And so we were looking for 2 lights to go right here. And this was the light I picked out. Of all the lights in Home Depot, I was like, this one looks cool. This one will go with the gym. And it was on clearance for $6.30. And when we got to the register, it rang out for 1 penny. So we got a heck of a deal. But they only had 1. So we scoured the internet and we found the match at Walmart for $24. But hey, $24.01 for 2 lights is a pretty good deal. And then I'm gonna put together 1 more of these grids to go right over there.
So try to pry this plastic clip down a little bit. This little plastic clip underneath here. Stab me.
Yeah. I can feel it.
It's something to do with this connector right here.
Yeah. Try this one right here.
I mean, it's like...
It's almost like the metal things are bent on this piece. Huh?
There's something hard in there. There.
Oh,
it's a manufacturing defect.
Oh, it's this thing.
Inside.
Yeah, inside.
Let's get it up on the workbench. We're not crazy. Look, there's an extra little piece of plastic in there that's preventing from pushing on. So no matter how hard we would have pushed, it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, we got lucky that all of these were built right.
Aha.
You got it out? Gosh.
Close.
Oh. Man, your poor knuckles. Oh, they're killing me looking at them.
It's the life I lead. Yahtzee.
Wow, but look at that. Nice. I can't believe you saw that.
I mean, I was pushing so hard. Ridiculous.
Against a piece of plastic.
Wow, just like that. It's on.
Oh, that's the side of it. Yay! This kit, you have to make your own plug. Our ball is underneath the weight. We got these hooks. And we're just screwing these hooks into the ceiling, and then we are zip tying the light onto the hook because the lights have these tiny little eyelets. So we're zip tying them to the hooks. We'll just see if there's light. Wow.
Bazinga.
She works. All right, we're gonna hang it tonight?
Yep.
It is bright over here.
All right, well, it is Wednesday and there's nothing going on over here at the house today, unfortunately, as far as construction goes. Kind of bummed about how slow the progress on the framing is going, honestly, but I don't think the guy who's doing the framing has access to a lot more workers. So lesson learned that just because we like a contractor doesn't mean we should hire them immediately. We should talk about their crew size and how quickly they're gonna work and how many days they're gonna disappear to go do other things. Anyway, I thought I'd show you a little bit of the progress here on the ceiling framing in the room that we're vaulting. So we thought it would look best for the center of the vaulted ceiling to be actually in the center of this room. So basically they built a new ridge in the center of the room with new 2x8 rafters running from the new ridge down to the top plate of the wall. And they sandwiched the old supports from the engineered trusses in between the 2x8s. They're going to bolt all those together, and then they'll remove the horizontal supports and the old supports that are going to be inside the room now. All that's got to come out. And then up here in the vaulted room, up here now, this wall will continue straight up here to seal off the attic, and the air conditioning will now come out here and here. The new windows are just sitting here waiting to be installed. Hopefully this week or the beginning of next week, they'll take out this wall because we're really looking forward to seeing what that looks like opened up. Still rocking our little makeshift laundry situation over here, which has been great. If you didn't watch the video tour of what we're planning to do with this house, this hall bathroom basically will stay the same as far as the footprint. I need to get in here this weekend and demo that tub out. I actually don't mind this vanity right here. I think we'll just repaint it, get a new countertop, sink, fixture, mirror, light, all that stuff, and a new toilet, because man, that thing is low. In here in the primary bedroom, we have our pocket door sitting here waiting to be installed into this wall. I marked here on the floor where it's gonna go. It's gonna slide this way, meaning all this electricity's gotta get out of the way. So now you enter into this part of the bathroom. The toilet will be over there. Along the back wall here will be a double vanity. And then this whole situation that used to be the closet will be the shower. You can see where I've marked out where I want the threshold for the shower to be. We need to move these studs because the shower valve needs to go right there on that wall. And this wall's got to go out. They've framed up the exterior wall out there, and once that's sealed in with the windows, the plan is to demo this wall, and you'll really be able to tell how big this bedroom is going to be. On the back side of where the vanity used to be is now going to be our laundry room, and you'll enter into it from the extended part of the master bedroom here. So you'll hook in right there. There'll be a door. It's not going to be a big laundry room, but it's going to be big enough to put the washer and dryer side by side backed up to this wall, and then room for some upper cabinetry, shelves, linen, that kind of stuff in there, which is good because really this house lacks for storage, honestly. There's no hall closet, there's no linen closet, there's nothing like that. And since we're using that extra space over there as the laundry room, we're gonna bump out and build like a 9-foot long section of closet right here. It's not our favorite configuration, it's definitely a trade-off, but it'll give us enough hanging space, and it's certainly more than what we've had in the Airstream for the last year or so. Asked the plumber when he would be ready. Our plumber from Houston is gonna come over and do the job, and he said he's ready. So I think I'm gonna get the AC and plumber started over here in 2 weeks, no matter if we're done with the framing or not. So we're just gonna keep pushing and try to make as much progress as we can so we don't end up living in the driveway until the summertime. All right, just got off the phone with an insulation contractor because we got to figure out what we're going to do up in that vaulted ceiling and all the blown in insulation that's all over the place. We did save a ton of R13 wall insulation that was in good shape, so I'm sure they're going to try to talk us out of using that. Be interesting to see what they say. So I'm going to meet with them on Monday. We got to be heading to the grocery store right now because the cupboard is bare, as they say. It was a really good, productive day. Got a lot of work done. Got a good workout in. We didn't make any progress on the house, but sometimes it'd be like that. Hope you had a good day. Well, it's Thursday, and look, nobody's here working again today. So supposedly they're coming in like an hour, but I have very low expectations for anything to get done. So I'm gonna make a little bit of progress on removing the baseboard and door casing because we're gonna be replacing all that. Should be pretty simple. Lunch is served. All right, had some lunch, came back in and knocked out some more trim removal and cleanup. Got all the baseboard removed in the living, what do we call that? It's like the formal living and dining room, except for some areas that are hidden behind sheetrock and stuff. Got the kitchen all done. Got the pantry door out because that's gonna become just a broom closet. I got the door frame removed for the current laundry because that's gonna become the pantry and the refrigerator. This area is all cleaned out. This is all gonna become like lower cabinets and open shelving above, microwave, like coffee bar area. Maybe this weekend I'll work on taking these upper cabinets down since this wall is coming out right here. I know that the framer is supposed to do that, but you can tell he's lagging behind. All the baseboard out in the hallway here and the door trim removed on the hall bathroom and all the baseboard removed in there. Another weekend project is to get this tub surround out and pull this countertop off on this vanity right here. And then back here in this back bedroom, though, it needs all of it. It needs the baseboard, door casing, all that removed. I'm considering doing some of the trim work myself. I used to do some of that kind of stuff. It's not that complicated to run baseboard and do door casing. We're really just gonna go with 1x4 pine, probably pre-primed for the door casing, and 1x5 or 1x6 for the baseboard. So that'll be pretty simple. I just have to get a nail gun, a compressor, and a miter saw again. I'm gonna go get some more work done. I think Blakely is working from the garage right now, so thanks for watching. It's a Christmas miracle. The framer actually showed up to do probably an hour and a half's worth of work. So I'm sorry if I sounded negative or pessimistic in that last video clip, but here we are an hour later and they just left for the day. All right, happy Friday. Hope your day is going well. It's going good over here because look, we got the old rafters out of place, the old trusses, whatever I meant to say. We're all opened up inside of here. We can really see how high the ceiling is gonna be now. Looks freaking awesome. We are gonna run a 2x8 across the top here, flat. So we have a place to mount a fan in the middle and just give us a little bit more architectural interest than just having it come to a point. It's also got the windows out that are going to go in the front elevation. We're going to be joining two 3050 windows together to create one 6-foot wide window. We have this little strip of metal that is going to go in between the two. You have to cut this, it's called a nail fin. You have to cut this nail fin off, silicone this in between the two, screw it all together, and then you end up with one window unit. But I think the framer is waiting on for the boss man to come over and help him put them in, because they are going to be pretty heavy and awkward once they're joined together. And there's only one dude over here working today. He does make good progress when he works, but there's only so much that one guy can do. I went ahead and got the air conditioning guy scheduled for next week. They're gonna put a vent up there and up there because this room used to be fed from the attic. I've been talking to the plumber, gonna get him on the books to come the week after that. And I'm just gonna put pressure on this framer to get done by scheduling trades in behind him. Programming / work has gone well today so far. Been working back and forth between the trailer and in the gym space. I just finished programming for all my clients. I know Blakely is done with her. She's just doing some other administrative stuff. And that's what's going on. We'll check in with you later. All right, we got all of our programming done. I think that actually one client just messaged me about something. But anyway, we're headed out. We're gonna go to a nearby town and help my mom with some stuff. Progress-wise on the house today, got 2 windows put together, except you didn't have the right screws to finish the job on that. So they're just kind of chilling there with the silicone between them drying. And there's a whole other set to do after the fact.
I didn't realize it'd be so hard to put those 2 windows together.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little labor intensive. You have to cut the metal flange off of the 2 windows where they're gonna sit together. And I think that took a lot of time and effort.
How come they don't just sell one big window?
They do, but it's like a month lead time and they're a lot more expensive. And he was cleaning up, ready to go. It's 3:15 on a Friday. He's done for the day. Probably we won't be back until Monday.
He said maybe I'll see you tomorrow, just now.
He did say that. Let's be positive. He told me he wouldn't be there tomorrow, but he did just tell you he might see us tomorrow. We're gonna stop at Ace Hardware and get a happy hour drink and some popcorn.
Diet Cokes, in case you get, some other opinions on drinking and driving. Drinking, driving, Diet Cokes.
I wonder what people thought when they said we were gonna get a drink at Ace Hardware. Were they thinking like draft beer?
Well, you said happy hour.
Yeah, it's
usually
true.
Happy hour.
Cocktails. I can't remember if I said this or not, but supposedly the mechanic is going to come.
Too. Woo!
It's
packed.
Bumping over here. The mechanic's going to come tomorrow morning and work on changing the injectors out. I don't have confirmation on that, but that was the plan as of earlier this morning.
Oddly enough, the mechanic is the framer's brother.
That's how we found him.
This is what you'd get in a small town.
Dude, there is no less than like 20 heavy-duty trucks here at Ace Hardware in our little dinky farm town, which is really, really cool. Let's go. Well, they were out of Diet Coke, so I got a White Monster. What'd you get?
Got a Diet Coke, but I had to pay for it.
All right, Friday night, back from helping my mom. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna spend, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes in here in the house, knocking out a little bit more demo. I need to get all the shelves out of this closet because it's getting enlarged, if that's a word, widened, whatever you wanna say. And then I'll finish up taking the baseboard and casing out. I forgot that in the TV room / office, this closet is changing configuration, so this door needs to come completely out. So I'll just knock some stuff out while Blakely does some projects inside the camper.